Welcome to the Three Musketeers, the sibling podcast that understands your Disney addiction. I'm Jared.
I'm Amanda.
I'm Emily.
It is March, and we are doing our March Madness, as we always do. Today's episode, we're going to be talking about Disney and Pixar. We have 32 movies to get through, but first, we're going to do some quotes. Are you guys ready?
Absolutely not.
Our favorite quotes.
Your
so
favorite, because you're so good at these.
We don't talk about quotes.
We do talk about quotes, and here's this one. We got, being brave doesn't mean you go looking for trouble. And if you don't get this one, I'm going to be kind of upset.
I mean, I have an initial reaction right off the bat. I don't know if it's correct, but I feel like it's too obvious, though.
You know how I like to do.
Say it again, please.
Being brave does not mean you go looking for trouble.
Okay.
Amanda, any ideas?
Maybe.
Okay. Emily, how confident do you feel about your guess?
I mean, I feel like if this is the correct answer, it's just too obvious. I don't know, but I'm going with it anyway.
Okay. Well, what is your first initial reaction?
That it's from Brave.
Okay. But who from Brave? I mean, we're looking for character.
I forgot about that. I was just thinking we were naming the movie. I mean...
Okay, Brave was not even on my radar. So
what is on your radar?
So my first one was from Aristocats, but I don't think that's correct.
Okay.
It just sounds like something they would say.
Interesting.
But then I rethought and thought it was from Lion King, and I was thinking it was Zazu.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, you
so
might
Amanda
be
going
right.
with two cat movies, apparently.
Apparently,
Yeah.
cats are on the brain. I don't know.
You know, Lion King now is, that's kind of ringing a bell to me. Jared, we're not good at these quote things. Why do you keep doing this?
Because I love it.
So, are any of the three correct?
Are any of the three correct? No.
Or
Yeah.
give us none of
No.
them are right?
No, none of them are correct.
Okay, say the quote again.
Being brave does not mean you go looking for trouble.
Or Lion King and it was Mufasa?
I don't know. I mean, I really feel like Lion King was correct, but ooh.
What else are you thinking?
Maybe it's Frozen.
Not a cat movie.
Not a cat movie. Who would have said it, though?
That's what I want to know.
Being brave doesn't mean you go looking for trouble. I'm going to go with... I don't know. Is it is it anyone from Frozen?
I
Just
mean,
give me that.
You know how I like to piece things together and bring things into the same universe for the things that I bring to the table for the episode. So I will actually tell you...
Frozen. So it has to be Frozen because he's talking about trolls.
I'll tell you this. This is not one of those moments.
Oh
Okay.
my gosh. Okay. I don't know then. I give up.
I'm going to say Mufasa.
All right. Well, apparently Emily is not confident in her answer. And Amanda, how much of a percentage would you say?
2.
2%. Wow. Coming in very confident.
Yep.
I am not good at quotes. We already have established this, and you keep putting quotes out there for us. So,
Well, you're not good
There
with
it is.
quotes, but you are correct. It is Mufasa.
Wow. Good job.
yay!
So you say you're not good at quotes, but you got it.
Well, at first I said it was Zazu. Come on now.
You did, but it was a right movie.
It was. It was close.
Yeah, close enough. All right, well, why don't you go ahead and give us a history fact, Emily?
All right. Today, Jared, I think you're really going to like our history fact because it's about your favorite ride in all of Disney World and probably just in all of the world in general. And that
Small
is
World?
No, his other favorite ride, Tower of Terror.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I was almost getting very excited because I thought you were gonna tell me that you found my video from when I was at MGM Studios, and I was gonna love it.
Oh, no. Nobody wants to see that.
Sorry. No. Tower of Terror. So, I wanted to talk a little bit about the original idea for Tower of Terror that originally came from an idea for an attraction that was going to be put in Frontierland in what was supposed to be Euro Disneyland, which, as we know now, is Disneyland Paris. So this was going to be a free fall type ride that was going to be named Geyser Mountain. And it would have been part roller coaster and part free fall. And then guests would be shot up a vertical shaft, which, as we know, the ride does pull you up a vertical shaft. So we did get that part of it. So whenever Imagineers brought the idea to Hollywood studios, they wanted something that was going to tie into the world of like movies and entertainment and television to fit the theme. So they drew inspiration from the Twilight Zone, and it became the hotel that we know and love. But another really fun fact about this that I feel like a lot of people don't take the time to notice and realize is that the front of the hotel looks like an old 1930s style Hollywood hotel, but the backside was planned to be like a Moroccan style because you can see it from the Morocco Pavilion at Epcot. Did y'all know that?
No.
Isn't that
Very
cool?
interesting. Yeah,
I
no,
know.
that's really
So,
cool.
yeah, next time we're there, we need to take note of that. I know I have never noticed that before.
I mean, this just brings up the episode that we did talking about the icons and how Amanda said that Tower of Terror wasn't supposed to be the icon, and
It's
we all know
not.
it wasn't supposed to be
It's
the
not.
icon, but it is the one thing that you can see from pretty much everywhere. So
Yeah.
Who cares?
me, because it is the best. I would say that a lot of people agree with me too.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like over time it did kind of develop into the icon, even though it wasn't supposed to be. I mean, that's what I think of whenever I think of Hollywood Studios. Sorry, Amanda.
It's just a crappy icon.
It's not. It's amazing. It's the best icon.
No, not even close.
Well, that's really cool. I do love my Tower of Terror facts.
I know you do. And maybe one day we'll do a full episode on the history of the Tower of Terror. But for today, I just wanted to sprinkle in a little bit.
Awesome. I would look forward to that episode for sure.
All right, I guess I'm going to go ahead and give the tip for the episode. And this week I want to talk about the Galactic Starcruiser. Have y'all been seeing all the news and everything about people going on it, seeing the videos and watching what's been going on?
I've seen
Of
some
course.
videos and some pictures.
Yeah, I've watched
some
some
mixed
YouTube
reviews.
videos.
Oh, I keep hearing good things about it. So I know a lot of the cruises sold out once the media went. So a lot of them for the next like 3 or 4 months are gone. Like they're all sold out. So, which brings me to my tip for this week. If you are going on the Starcruiser, it is a good idea to have a story for yourself. So a person you're going to be, a place you're going to be from. And from what I've read, a great idea, if you don't already know what you want to do, is to kind of stick to something that's similar to what you already are. So maybe have the same job or something and just pick a planet so that you're not stretching it too far from what you're already comfortable with. And so that it seems more seamless whenever you get onto the Star Cruiser.
Good tip. I have been seeing people like saying that they're going to dress up and create this whole, like persona for themselves. And I don't know that I could commit to that for a whole 2 days.
Oh,
Exactly.
I bet you could. You'd be surprised what you can commit to. Like once you're in it and you're surrounded by it and that's your world for 2 days, I bet you could commit.
Yeah,
Maybe so.
I've seen people, I guess, get really upset at the end because of what happens, I guess, in the final big battle or whatever that goes on at the end, that people get so wrapped up in it that it's hard to tear yourself back from it and kind of separate who you are for real and who you are on the ship. Like it's supposed to be really almost emotional, you know?
Does Disney
So,
provide therapy for their guests upon leaving the Star Cruiser?
That's a good
no, I don't think
question.
so.
When is
Oh, well,
the
they
first
should look into
lawsuit
that.
coming up where somebody is suing for emotional damage?
Yeah.
They go
so-
and try to battle their coworker
but
in
I'm
the real
like you.
world.
I'm like you, Em. I don't know that I could make a whole person up from scratch and really be able to pull it off. I was talking to my husband about that earlier today, but I think trying to keep it as close to who I am as possible with throwing in some Star Wars to it would make it where it was a lot easier to do.
Yeah.
Your name is Nanda. You are a galactic travel agent
Yeah.
from Mars.
I don't know,
There
and
you
that's
go.
why I'm traveling. I'm going. I'm learning. I'm all about the holocron.
Yeah.
To sell it to other people.
To
That's
the Hutts.
actually, yeah.
You're a travel agent, a galactic travel agent that specifically works for the Hutts.
Oh, there you go.
How fun though. I feel like, I've been watching the videos and everything and it looks like a ton of fun, and I still don't know that I'll ever go, but if I do, I will definitely be dressing up and trying to create a persona for myself and stick with it because I feel like
Yeah.
it's fun. You need to
Well-
like be in the moment and
That's what it is. To really get the full experience of being on the Star Cruiser, you have to put yourself out there. You have to be a part of things. You can't just sit back and watch people watch like you sometimes do at Disney.
yeah.
You have to actually be a part of it to get the full experience.
Yeah, that's what I had seen. One of the people that I watched on YouTube that went to the media day, I think he said it best that like this is not a relaxing vacation like an actual cruise is, and this is like a trip. It's an extrovert's vacation. Because you
Yes.
are going to be participating, with people from other parties, not just your little group that you came with. So it really is like an extrovert's vacation. But if you're willing to do that and put yourself out there, then I think that it's going to be worth it.
Right.
So the mixed reviews that I have heard, I haven't heard them. I have read them. The mixed reviews were basically people who have not gone.
See,
Of
you
course.
can't.
It's absolutely like there are people who are leaving 1-star reviews that are like, this is just too much. I would never go. Well, then don't write a comment. Don't write a
Yeah.
review on something you haven't experienced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and that's another thing that a lot of the people that went for media day were saying, like, this probably isn't the trip for you if you're not a big Star Wars fan, or if you're like, mostly if you're not a big Star Wars fan. Like, if you're just meh about Star Wars, then this probably isn't going to be what you want to do. You probably just want to go to the parks, because this is not a Disney vacation. It's not the same thing.
Right.
Yeah, no. It's not a typical vacation, for sure.
But let's just say that your husband is a huge Star Wars fan, but you're not necessarily, but you're a huge Disney fan. What you can do is you can go on the Starcruiser with your husband, so he gets his vacation, and then tack on a Disney vacation after it so that you get yours.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, in a perfect world where, I could take an extended vacation like that and money didn't matter and things like that, I think that that's what I would do for sure. I would either do Disney before or after the Starcruiser.
Yeah.
Why not do a Star Wars sandwich? Do Disney before, then Star Wars, then Disney after.
That's even better. And then a Disney cruise.
Yeah.
And then we'll go to Alani.
Yes. Sign me up for this trip, and who's paying for it?
Yeah, that's
You.
that's the main question.
All right, well, that's going to bring us to the segment of the week, and we're going to be talking about hero or villain. This week, I chose Frozen, and specifically the Trolls. What do you guys feel about the Trolls in Frozen? Hero or villain?
Hero.
I would say hero as well.
Why?
Because they saved Anna more than once.
They did. And they also, one of the big things to me is that they raised Kristoff.
Yeah, they did.
Like,
they took him in.
They took him in, they raised him, and think of how good of a person he turned out to be. Like, he's an amazing person. He's selfless, he's caring, all of these amazing qualities, and the Trolls raised him. So they can't be villains. And I know people say that they're villains because of them wiping Elsa's, or not wiping Elsa's memories, wiping Anna's memories, and then also convincing Elsa that her powers are bad and something to be afraid of. But I also just think that they were trying to protect everyone because she didn't know how to control her powers.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you brought that up because I definitely have a list of reasons why they're villains. Okay.
They are not villains.
First off, like Emily was talking about, they removed Anna's memories, like completely just wiped them out. And they left a few things in there. I think they said specifically, we'll leave the fun, but they wiped out everything else. They basically manipulated Elsa and Elsa's parents into believing that her powers were like just super fearful. Because if you're watching the movie, then yeah, they say, oh yeah, it's your powers are beautiful, but then it's immediately with like, oh, but they're like terrible too, and you should avoid this and not do this, and this is terrible, and like the imagery that they're projecting towards Elsa is all like, oh, this is a terrible thing. How do you feel about that?
But that's almost
life.
And she almost killed her sister. So they are trying to show her, like, this is something you have to be careful of. Your powers can quickly turn bad and hurt other people. And you need to learn that so that people don't suffer the consequence of it like Anna did.
It wasn't about teaching, it being a teaching moment. It was about putting fear into her.
That's how you teach her.
That's not how you teach people, though.
That's how you teach a 2-year-old to not run in front of traffic.
I would not say that making them fearful of everything is always the best way to teach somebody something.
Not fearful of everything, but
that's what they did.
Fearful, yes, because her power could be dangerous. The same with the car running into traffic. You can't let your 2-year-old run into traffic. You have to teach them And sometimes scaring them is the way for them to understand, no, not to run in front of the car.
So let's emotionally
agree.
traumatize everyone so that we know that there is things that can hurt us. Okay, that makes no sense whatsoever. All right, well, moving on.
It makes plenty of sense. No, and I also have to say your point about them wiping Anna's memories and leaving only the good stuff. To me, that also shows that they're heroes. They don't want her to remember that her sister hurt her. They only want her to remember the fun that she's had with her sister and nothing bad about her sister.
Not that her sister almost killed her.
Yeah.
Real quick question. What's it going to hurt if Anna knows that her sister hurt her whenever she was younger?
Because
She
then
resents her.
She resents her. She may be scared of her.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's better to just like withhold information and completely disregard somebody's
really?
complete memories.
So you tell your children everything.
Pretty much.
Everything.
Pretty much.
No, I doubt it.
You've met me. Pretty much.
I don't think that the trolls meant any harm. I think that they were trying to help. And also, whenever the queen and king bring you their kid and say, help me, you just do your best to try to make things right, I think.
I think they were doing their best to bring down the kingdom. Just saying. Okay, so you talked about Kristoff, and I'm glad you talked about Kristoff too, because they just basically kidnapped Kristoff.
No.
Because Kristoff and Sven are there whenever Anna and Elsa are brought to the trolls by their parents. And one of the trolls is like, oh, you're cute. I'm keeping you. And just like, okay, you're mine now. So basically just kidnaps them.
No, he didn't have a home, or at least a good home. And
how do you know?
He
How
needed
do you know
a
his
home.
wasn't good?
No one ever came and looked for him. So therefore, and he never went back to look for his parents. So
maybe the trolls wiped his memory. Because they do that sometimes.
I don't think so. And like I said, he turned out to be a great person, and he loves the trolls. So.
All right. Well, I got a couple more, actually. Okay, so they essentially, even though we get earlier in the movie that you can't marry somebody you just met, the trolls want to marry Anna and Kristoff. Like immediately. They don't even know if they're compatible.
But I also...
They've been on a whole journey together.
They do this knowing that she's engaged to somebody else.
Who they also probably know is insane.
Who they probably manipulated themselves to bring down the kingdom. It all goes back to bringing down the kingdom.
No, this is insane. This is insane.
It is not.
Yes, it is. Yes. They are not villains.
Okay, so
it's 2-1. I'm just saying, Jared, you're not
this is
winning
going.
this one.
Okay, listen. This is going into my last one. All right. So they're trying to marry them together. Whenever they know that A, she's already engaged to somebody else. B, they don't really know each other like at all. And C, they just are singing a song about how he's a fixer-upper and how he's like, he has all these terrible qualities, but like is definitely needing to be married right now.
Okay, but they're also like his parents and his family, so they're trying to help him out. It's like whenever it's it's like whenever you have like a family who is constantly trying to set you up on dates or send you like dating profiles of people because they want you to get married and be happy and have a family of your own. It's like that, in my opinion. They're like, this girl is super sweet and she's a princess and you need to marry her.
So we're going to do it for you. We're gonna marry you two together so that you, Kristoff, who we sing about not being good, we're going to force her to
They
settle.
didn't say he wasn't good.
Yeah, they do. They're talking about all of his bad qualities and how basically Anna has to settle for him.
I think it's all
despite his
just
bad
lighthearted
qualities.
fun.
I don't know. I think it's a little darker and deeper than you think it is.
I don't think so. I think that they're just excited that he brought a girl home and they're like, yeah, we see all these little bad things about him, but he's great overall. Get married.
Immediately, without thinking about it, without even
They're
knowing what's
also
going
trolls, so
Jared, you're reaching.
yeah.
I'm not reaching. I'm just looking at the facts.
Reaching.
Oh my
I've
gosh.
got facts and figures in front of me that
Well,
tell me
you
that they're
lose.
villains.
Mm-hmm.
It's 2-1. You lost.
You know what?
They
Okay, listen.
are heroes.
If you're listening to this and you agree with me, please go to our social media at T3M Podcast everywhere and let us know. Comment, because I need to be validated, because I believe that I am on the right track. They are villains.
They're
Okay.
heroes, obviously, because it's 2-1. You lost.
Obviously.
Not obviously. All right.
Enough said.
All right, well, let's go ahead and move on. We're going to go ahead and get into the main topic. Main topic, like we mentioned at the beginning of the episode, is March Madness. We love doing March Madness. We do the brackets. And Amanda, you found this one on the internet. There have been other people that have brought this
Yes.
to the forefront, and we liked it so much that we wanted to do it ourselves.
This is the thing. I found this already completed by somebody else, and the movie that they had winning and some of the ones they chose over the others, I thought it was ridiculous. So I figure we need to fix it and pick different movies to be the winner.
All right.
See, and I only looked at I didn't look at what the other people chose. I specifically tried to not look at that part. So this is going to be like all fresh to me.
Okay, well, can we at least say which movie won that bracket? Emily, are you okay with that?
I mean, sure.
All right, Amanda,
It
who
was
was the original winner of the bracket?
Monsters Inc.
Monsters
So
Inc.
Pixar movie.
Interesting.
I mean, look,
So Jared,
good movie.
it is
It
a good
is.
movie. I feel like there are better movies though.
Me too.
I mean, I like Monsters Inc., but I feel like there are better ones.
Yeah.
I think so too. So let's go ahead and get into it. We're going to do...
What do you want to name all of the movies real fast just so people know what they're getting into, or you want to just wait until, we put the two up against each other to start?
That's what I was getting into. I was going to say that we're going to do Disney on one side and Pixar on the other. And we're going to do the Disney side first. So on the Disney side, we have Lion King and Tarzan, Princess and the Frog versus Lilo and Stitch, Tangled versus Big Hero 6, Frozen against Moana, Aladdin and Hercules, The Little Mermaid and Pocahontas, Mulan versus Zootopia, Beauty and the Beast versus Nightmare Before Christmas. So there's some heavy hitters on here.
There are.
Yep.
All right, well, let's just start right off the bat and going from top to bottom. Lion King versus Tarzan. Which one are you guys voting for?
Lion King, easy for
Lion
me.
King, same. Both good movies, but Lion King.
Yes, right.
Both good movies. The only thing that I'm trying to both great soundtracks, right?
Yes.
I mean, I don't see anything that Tarzan is better than Lion King. So I'm going Lion King also. All right, matchup number 2. Princess and the Frog and Lilo and Stitch.
I feel like this one's going to be hard for Emily.
It is. It's very hard.
It's hard for me.
I mean, it's hard, but not that hard because Lilo and Stitch is my favorite. So I'm going Lilo and Stitch, but Princess and the Frog is really one of my top 5 Disney movies. So I did think about it for half a second.
I really enjoy Lilo and Stitch too. I like Princess and the Frog, but it's not one of my go-tos. So I feel like I have to go with Lilo and Stitch.
Yeah, I'm going to be going with Lilo and Stitch too, only because of the rewatchability of Lilo and
Yes.
Stitch. Uh, Princess and the Frog is an amazing movie. I love it, but I just feel like Lilo and Stitch edges it out just a little bit.
Yeah, I think if it had been put up against almost anything else, I would have picked it.
Yeah, I mean, Dr. Facilier is one of the better villains.
I know, and I just love the music and honestly everything about it.
Yeah, except for it taking over Splash Mountain.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm okay with. But that's neither here nor there. All right, well, let's go ahead and get into the third, and that is Tangled and Big Hero 6.
I feel like Big Hero 6 is an underrated movie. Like, it's such a good movie. I really enjoy that movie. But I have my little girl that has super long blonde hair, and we call her Rapunzel sometimes. So I feel like I have to go with Tangled.
Y'all are going to be mad at me, but I've never seen Big Hero 6, so I'm going with Tangled.
What? Emily.
Okay.
I know.
I don't even know how you made it on this podcast. There are so many movies that you have not seen. I feel like you need like a Disney day and just sit down and watch all the Disney movies you haven't watched before.
My problem is that a lot of these newer Disney movies I'm just not super into. So, especially the ones that are like, I don't know, like the ones like Moana and things like that I'm into, but Big Hero 6 just never really sparked my interest.
Blah, blah, blah.
That's insane.
You really need to watch it.
Because Big Hero 6 is an amazing movie.
It really is. You really should watch it.
Maybe one day.
Give it a chance.
So, by newer Disney movie, like what do you mean? Because obviously you love Moana.
Yes.
Encanto,
I think
you like Encanto.
She likes princess movies.
Yeah, I like the princess movies. There's a lot of newer Disney movies that I have not seen, like a lot. So I don't think any of them are on this list, so we won't have that problem. But besides the main princess movies, I haven't seen like any of the newer Disney movies.
I mean, it was in 2014. Came out 2014.
Yeah, that's newer. I'm talking like not classic, not...
You need to watch Big Hero 6. Emily, I'm so disappointed in you. Okay, I almost feel like I have to vote for Big Hero 6 now because of Emily, but...
It won't win anyway.
Emily.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to have to go with Tangled too, and it's kind of for the same reason that I picked Lilo and Stitch. I think the rewatchability of Tangled is better than Big Hero 6 just because, I mean, Big Hero 6 is pretty emotional. So
it is.
Yeah, I think rewatchability wins it again on this one, so I'm going to vote Tangled as well. Although, Emily, go watch Big Hero 6. Jeez, what's wrong with you?
We'll see.
No, go watch it. Okay, Frozen and Moana. This one's going to be a fun one.
Is it?
I love both of these movies so much.
So you've seen both of them?
Of course.
They're princess movies. Hello.
Moana is my second favorite Disney movie, and so I'm going with that.
All right.
Jared, what about you?
Oh, man. I'm going to have to go with Moana as well.
Wow. We're like all picking the same movie like everyone because I'm picking Moana too.
I feel like these are the easier ones though.
I agree. I agree. Now, Moana for me is kind of special because we lived in New Zealand for a while. And so the culture in Moana is the same type culture from New Zealand, so the Polynesian culture. So it feels like home in a way, you know?
Yeah.
So I feel strongly about this movie, and I really like it.
Me too.
So definitely Moana.
And plus, I mean, Frozen has the villain trolls, so nobody wants that.
Oh my gosh.
Good grief.
All right, Aladdin and Hercules.
Easy one for me. Definitely Aladdin. It's my favorite Disney movie, so got to keep that one.
Yeah, it's Aladdin for me too. I like Hercules. I haven't seen it in a very long time, but I do enjoy it. But it's definitely Aladdin. It's just a solid choice.
Yeah, it's Aladdin for me too. It's got Robin Williams. How can I say no to Robin
I knew
Williams?
that's what
Yeah.
you were gonna
Yeah.
say.
Okay. We're getting down to the last 3 matchups for the Disney side, and this one's going to be Little Mermaid and Pocahontas.
This one's actually maybe the most difficult for me. This is the one that I've had to think about the most.
Oh, this one's easy for me too.
Huh.
Little Mermaid.
Yeah, I'm going to go Little Mermaid on this one as well.
Love Ariel.
Just because I remember it being like, if not the first, then one of the first movies that I saw in the theater. So, yeah, I'm going with Little Mermaid.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Little Mermaid as well. I just feel like Pocahontas is kind of a Disney movie that people forget about, and it's really good.
Yeah.
But
See,
I'm gonna go Little Mermaid.
I feel like I've watched Pocahontas once or twice, but it's not one that I have to go back and rewatch over and over and over again. Whereas Little Mermaid, I could watch over and over and be okay.
That's true. I mean, I can say I haven't watched Pocahontas in probably the last 10 years, but I've probably seen The Little Mermaid like numerous times in that time frame. So,
All right, so we're getting down to the last 2 on the Disney side, and I feel like these 2 are probably the hardest of this bracket. So we have Mulan and Zootopia for this matchup.
I feel like
easy.
these 2 are the ones that we may finally have different answers between the 3
I
of
think we
us.
will. Yeah.
Yeah, this is easy for me. I don't like Zootopia.
You haven't even seen it.
Yes, I have.
Oh, when did you watch it?
Zootopia. I haven't watched the whole movie all the way through in one
See?
sitting, but I've seen the whole movie just in like different parts, and I don't like it. And
I love
so
Zootopia.
this is easy for me. Mulan.
Yeah, I'm definitely choosing Zootopia. I love Zootopia. I think it's such a cute movie.
It has like some funny moments, but it's just, I think I'm just not into it.
Well,
I
too
really
bad
think-
because it's Zootopia. I'm picking Zootopia,
Man.
and you're going to have to deal with it because it's a great movie. I
It
love
is
Zootopia.
a great movie. I don't
is
understand why you
hilarious.
don't like it.
It's
It is
just
so
not for
funny.
me.
It's cute.
Flash,
not
flash,
for
100-yard
me.
dash. All
I
right.
mean, I want them to do a whole Zootopia land. I think it would be so
Oh,
Oh, it would be
gosh.
great.
Oh,
No.
come on.
Could you imagine the furries at Disney?
cute. Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
it'd be so cute. Yes, please.
I am not into this at all. I think that's my problem. Like, I love animals, but I don't want to watch a whole movie about talking animals. I'd rather the princess movies or like the real life feeling movies, like
So
I
you
know it's
don't like The
Pixar, but
Lion
like
King?
Coco and things like that. No, I do like The Lion King, but to me that's
So-
different.
They're talking animals.
I know, but it's something about it. It's different.
So you don't like
I
Aristocrats?
don't know.
You don't like Lady and the Tramp?
No, I do, but to me
you don't like Mickey Mouse at all?
they're different to me. Like, to me, those animals are like this classic Disney feel, where Zootopia to me doesn't feel like a Disney movie. I don't know why. I just don't like it. Just personal opinion.
Is it because it feels like a Pixar movie?
But I don't dislike Pixar movies. There's a few Pixar movies that are like some of my top favorite. So I don't know.
I don't know either. It's a great movie. I love it. It is hilarious. All right. Beauty and the Beast and Nightmare Before Christmas. This is probably the toughest matchup of this
Yeah.
bracket.
Not for me. It's
Yeah, Amanda's
super
is-
easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beauty
It
and the
really
Beast.
comes down. Okay, Amanda, we know that you're going Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah,
There's no
yeah.
question. It's
This
really
is
dependent
hard.
on me and Emily, like
Yes.
where we're going.
Oh, this is so difficult.
Yeah, I feel like Belle for me is probably the princess that I am most like, I feel like.
Man, I seriously love Beauty and the Beast so much. And I love the music. But something's making me want to say Nightmare Before
No,
Christmas.
don't do it. Don't do it.
It's just Beauty and the Beast is so similar to all the other Disney princess movies, which I love. I seriously love. But Nightmare Before Christmas is just something so different and unique, and the music is unique, and I think I have to go with it.
You're going with Nightmare Before Christmas?
Yeah, I am.
Very interesting. That means I'm the tiebreaker.
Yep.
We already know you're choosing Nightmare Before Christmas, so
I am going to choose Nightmare Before Christmas.
Ooh.
Nothing against Beauty and the Beast, because obviously the soundtrack is amazing. Everything about Beauty and the Beast is great.
Yeah.
But
watchability.
watchability for
Strong
Nightmare Before
female
Christmas is really good
lead.
too.
I know, I could watch Nightmare Before Christmas all the time.
What it-
I actually probably do watch it. I mean, I know I watch it more than Beauty and the Beast because I watch it every holiday, either Christmas or Halloween.
Mhm.
So, yeah. It is what it is.
I disagree.
Yeah. Well, sorry, but Beauty and the Beast is no more. Nightmare Before Christmas reigns. All right. Well, that's going to do it for the Disney side. We're getting on to the Pixar side, which, man, there are some really tough matchups on this one. All right. First one, Up and Brave. This one's easy for me.
You're gonna
Well, then
choose
go
Brave.
first.
Brave.
I knew you would.
I love Brave.
For me,
Up.
it's an easy one too. I like Up. That would be my
Okay.
choice.
I like them both. I think I'm going with Up, though,
Okay. Why? Why Up?
because it's just such a sweet movie.
I know.
Very emotional.
I
It
know.
is.
I don't watch it very often, but
I feel like being very emotional is the theme with Pixar movies.
yeah.
I mean, it's a
I can see that.
like it's a lot more emotional than any other typical Pixar movie. Like you're dealing with a
Inside
lot of
Out.
stuff that you don't necessarily deal with in a typical Pixar movie.
I mean, I feel like a lot of Coco,
Yeah, Coco.
Inside
Ooh.
Out. I mean, these are all emotional movies. Soul,
Yes. But
yes.
I don't know.
You
Not
know.
as emotional as Up, I don't think. Emotional, yes, not as emotional as Up.
I disagree. Coco, I feel like, is the most emotional.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, it is very good though. All right. Toy Story and Toy Story 2.
Toy Story. Duh. Why is this even a choice?
I kind of agree with that.
think-
I'm going Toy Story
I do
as well.
too. I would go Toy Story also.
The original is just great.
Yeah.
All right. That one's easy peasy. I think this one's going to be pretty easy too. And it's Coco and for some reason Cars 3.
I would go with Coco.
Like whoever made this bracket was like, Cars 3, no way. You have no chance whatsoever.
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah,
think they
I mean,
just
I feel
kind
like
of
there was-
needed a placeholder and they just put Cars 3 in there.
Yeah. This is a difficult decision for me, though.
Is it?
Coco
No.
or Cars 3?
I'm just joking. It's Coco. I freaking love Coco. It's probably the most beautiful movie ever made, in my opinion.
Visually stunning, yes.
Yes.
Most definitely.
That one or Encanto now? I don't know. They're both.
I still
really
think
close
I still think Coco.
Yeah, I still think Coco as well. If we're talking about like a visual experience, Coco
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
All right, so next one is Toy Story 3 or The Good Dinosaur. I'm going to
I
surprise
like the
you
Good
both.
Dinosaur.
I'm going to go with Good Dinosaur because I love that
I am
movie.
too.
All right. Emily, you
I'm gonna-
probably haven't even seen it.
That's why I laugh. Because I haven't. Toy Story 3.
Oh my God, go watch The Good Dinosaur. Come
I
on.
think it's a cute movie.
I forgot that was even a Pixar movie. I thought that was like DreamWorks or something.
No. Oh man. Emily, what are we going to do with you?
I do not know.
All right. Getting a little bit tougher. Ratatouille or A Bug's Life?
Easy for me.
Easy for me too, but I do love Ratatouille, but it's A Bug's Life.
See, mine is Ratatouille. I
No.
love Ratatouille.
I love A
Ooh.
Bug's Life. A Bug's Life is like what I think of whenever I think of my childhood, and also my childhood at Disney World.
Being terrorized by the bugs in A Bug's
Yes,
Life.
and my mom had this like Bug's Life backpack that she brought on like every single Disney trip, and I think we still have it around somewhere. And so I don't know why, but it's a good memory.
I think I'm going to go with A Bug's Life.
Ugh, you too.
I love A Bug's Life.
I love Ratatouille.
I do too, but
That's when I actually got to see the like a sneak preview. I went and watched a sneak preview of it, and like the whole audience the whole time was just cracking up because it's such a funny movie. I
It
really love that
is.
show. And now with the new ride in Epcot, it's great.
Yeah,
Love it.
but
Love Ratatouille.
mine is kind of because of the ride, or I guess the show at Disney. Because kids are
The ride is better
terrified.
than that show.
yeah, but the show's hilarious.
is
I can't even go to the
hilarious.
show because it terrifies my kids, and I can't
know.
have them being traumatized at Disney.
It's great. All right. We have Finding Nemo and Inside Out.
See, this one is hard for me.
This is easy for me.
This one's a little difficult for me. Like I keep going back and forth.
Well, I'll just say mine because it's easy.
Okay.
Finding Nemo.
Finding Nemo. Okay.
Yeah.
So you don't like Inside Out?
No. See, there's just something, I think if we put together all of the movies that I don't like or haven't had any interest in watching, we would find a common denominator. I really
no
think we
princess.
would. But there's not a princess in some of the other ones either. I mean, there's not a princess in Finding Nemo.
No, I know. That's why I'm just curious why you don't like Inside Out. What is it that you don't like?
I don't know. It's just a feeling. I just wouldn't watch it again.
Because it's a feeling movie?
No, I
See,
I
that's
don't
why
know.
I
I
love
can't
Inside
pinpoint
Out
it.
so much.
I know.
just can't pinpoint it. I don't know.
It's a good movie to teach children about emotion, what their emotions are, and what different things make you feel. And it's a really
Yeah,
good
maybe
movie.
that's why I don't like it. Maybe it's too educational. I don't know.
It's too educational.
I don't like
Maybe.
learning.
I mean, I love learning, but maybe I just don't like learning about emotions.
And that's why you don't go to therapy. Yeah, I'm going with Inside Out because
Aw.
I love the movie. It is a great way, like Amanda was saying, to kind of teach about emotions and how they can affect you. But also, we get Bing Bong, and Bing Bong is great.
Bing bong, bing bong. He is.
But it's Finding Nemo.
It is Finding Nemo. You are right. And I just think Inside Out is better.
Okay.
Yeah, see, this one's tough. I really love both of the movies. They're both really great. But I think I'm going to have to go with Finding Nemo.
Ah,
Okay.
well, now my anger's coming out. All right. Finding Nemo goes through, I guess. You guys never pick what I want.
Are you
to pick.
angry or sad?
A little
You
bit of
sound
both.
Sad.
A little bit of both. I've got a core memory popping up. Okay, so Monsters Inc. versus Cars.
Yeah, I'm going to go, I think, with Monsters, Inc. I mean,
Okay.
I like Lightning McQueen too, but I just think Monsters, Inc. is really cute.
Yeah,
Mike Wazowski and Sully and Boo.
I agree with that. I'm going to go Monsters Inc. too. I do love Cars. It's a super cute movie, but Monsters Inc.
Yeah, this one's going to be unanimous. It's Monsters Inc. for me as well. I mean, Cars is okay, but I mean the best part about Cars is Mater. That's really about it.
That is true.
All right, our final one for tonight. The Incredibles or WALL-E?
This one's really easy for me. See, I feel like most of these have been easy for me.
A lot of them have been, but this one's kind of the easy bracket.
Yeah, that's true. I'm going with The Incredibles. I am not a huge Wall-E fan because it kind of freaks me out. Like, I will have nightmares if I watch Wall-E, and that's not a joke. So, I'm going with The Incredibles.
That's usually not a goal, I don't think, of Disney Pixar movies is nightmares. So
Exactly.
Nightmare Before Christmas.
yeah, but that's not
That's
actually supposed to give you
Disney's
a
thing.
nightmare.
That's Disney's thing, is to give you nightmares.
I am also going with The Incredibles. Wally's okay, but it's not my favorite. It's not one I have to go and watch over and over and over again.
See, I'm going to disagree with both of you. I'm going to say WALL-E, and my car's even named after Eve.
I
That's
know.
true.
I named it.
Mm-hmm. So I'm going to have to go with WALL-E, of course. But I guess you guys disappoint me again. All right, Incredibles. All right, so that's going to be the easy round, the 32, basically. Next, we're going to be getting into the Sweet 16. That's going to be on our next episode. We're going to get through all of these on our next episode, so we're going to have a winner in 2 weeks. But next episode, these are the Sweet 16 picks. So we have Lion King versus Lilo and Stitch, Tangled versus Moana, Aladdin versus Little Mermaid, Zootopia against Nightmare Before Christmas, and on the Pixar side, we have Up versus Toy Story, Coco versus Good Dinosaur, A Bug's Life versus Finding Nemo, and Monsters, Inc. versus The Incredibles. So even though we had some easy selections this round, that goes completely out the window. I think most of these are going to be very difficult.
Yeah.
Yes, I feel like the closer we get to the end, the harder it's going to be to choose.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. Do you guys have an expected winner? Like, is there one that you're just really expecting to make it past everything?
Yeah.
Like, it's very difficult for me.
I think I have an idea in my head, but I'm not going to say what it is.
I have kind of an idea. I don't want to spoil it. I don't want us to kind of go through that. But I do have one in my mind.
I want to give you my opinion on what's going to win. I really think
Big Hero 6?
it's going to be Nightmare Before Christmas. I'm going to be very upset.
I mean, maybe.
Oh, no. That's not
happen.
what I was thinking. But
I mean, it does have a pretty good chance. In all honesty, I think it does have a pretty good chance.
We'll see.
We shall see. All right, well, that's going to get us into some mousekeeping. We hope you enjoyed the first episode of this March Madness bracket, so definitely come back in 2 weeks and check out the rest of it to see who wins. We want to promote our YouTube channel. You can find that at bit.ly/T3M YouTube. That's all lowercase. And again, that link is bit.ly/T3M YouTube. Check us out on social media. That is Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. And you can find those all at T3M Podcast. If you love the show, let us know. And if you really love the show, let others know.
I'd love to plan your next magical getaway. Whether you're looking for a Disney vacation, Universal vacation, all inclusive resort, international destination, or a cruise, I am here to help. Contact me when you're ready for your free no obligation quote. And don't forget that my services are complimentary. You can find me on Facebook at Amanda Hollis, Capture the Magic Vacations, or you can send me an email at amanda.hollis at capturethemagicvacations.com. You can find my contact information in the show notes.
Be sure to subscribe to our show and join us every single Thursday to hear our newest episode.
All right, that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you all for listening. You can also be a part of the magic by following the show at T3M Podcast on all social media platforms. That's T, the number 3M Podcast. Leave us a 5-star written review and we'll read it on an upcoming episode. If you have an announcement that you would like to have on the show or just want to reach out to us, you can send us an email at t3mpodcast@gmail.com.
Have a zippity-doo-dah day.
See you real soon.